The following is a special holiday presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Happy Festivus to you all this 23rd day of December in 2021. Our last pre-Christmas tree. We'll be back with you for Boxing Day, but today we have a special for you. We go back to one of the seasons that was thrown into the new Action PC Baseball 2022 package, the 1934 Negro League. And I can't label that on the stream because Twitch gets rather twitchy when you use things like that. So it's going to be the Philadelphia Stars and the Pittsburgh Crawfords from Fenway Park in Boston, because that field's already set, and just think it's great to have some of these players there. Pittsburgh has 1, 2, 3, 4 Hall of Famers on its team. In Philadelphia, I'm not quite sure of some of these names, but they were pretty loaded. Now, the thing with Negro League Baseball is that there were kind of a partial league, and I believe Pittsburgh played 80 games, and Philly played 70, and some of the other teams in the Negro Leagues played 10. So they were barnstorming teams. They toured the countryside. They toured the country and brought their version of baseball to the masses. And so this 1934 squad for Pittsburgh features Josh Gibson, probably the greatest player never to play in the major leagues. Well, you could probably say that either be him or Sadahara O for the Yomiuri Giants of the Japanese leagues. But my goodness gracious, the battery for Pittsburgh today is Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson. Imagine, in the height of their careers, Sandy Koufax pitching to Yogi Berra. Well, that's what we got for you today between Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson. So, all right, it's the last pre-Christmas stream. Enjoy it with us. And so, make sure you swallow before you talk. And so that's what we got for you today. And 85 starts for you Tuesday. Imagine that. As Retro Sports Network presents a holiday special. It's a 1934 Negro League game between the Philadelphia Stars and the Pittsburgh Crawfords. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Already, hello, midlife crisis. Merry Christmas to you too, my friend John Goodell. Merry Christmas. And Big Dave 1174. Merry Christmas to you, and for all of you watching, either live on Twitch or tape on YouTube. And so we're at Fenway Park, a beautiful June day, 77 degrees, winds blowing in from center field. And some of these names you're going to know. Merry Christmas Eve, Jamie, and some of them we're going to learn together. Satchel Paige taking his warm-up tosses with Josh Gibson. That just blows my mind. Satchel in 1934 doesn't have an age. He is timeless. He is a ground ball plus pitcher, fastball in 85. In the 19 starts he made for the Crawfords. Good morning, John. He went 13-3 with an ERA of 154. In 145 and 2/3 innings, he allowed 97 hits, 36 runs, 25 earned. He walked 30 and struck out 152. And this will be the lineup that he will face for the Stars. Judd Wilson leads off at first. Dunn will bat second and play second. The computer suggested these lineups. White is in left. He'll hit third. Casey will catch and bat cleanup. Stevens at short will bat fifth. Washington in center goes sixth. Creasy at third will go seventh. Ellis in right bats eighth. And Spud Jones, 24-game winner, will bat ninth for Philadelphia. For Pittsburgh, and I know more of these names, it's Harris in left. He's an 8 and a 7. Cool Papa Bell, a 10 and a 4. in center. Crutchfield an 8 at third. No, he's an 8 in the right with an 8 arm. Judy Johnson is a 9 at third. Morney is an 8 at short. Williams a 9 at second. Oscar Charlton, considered to be one of the best hitters of all time, a 7 at first. Josh Gibson, he was a catcher and a darn good one, a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. And Page, who probably will go the distance, is a 7 on the mound with a 903 fielding percentage. Judd Wilson, it hit 364 with 4 homers and 39 RBI. How you doing, Al, Red Sox fan? Yeah, Josh Gibson was an amazing catcher and a hell of a hitter. Absolutely. Al with a resub. Thank you very much, my friend. And so here we go. It's Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, nowhere near Pennsylvania. Oops, and I forgot to change it. Wilson strikes out to start the ball game. A full count on a fastball on the inside corner. Jake Dunn, 281, no homers, 7 triples, 43 RBI. Not a lot of power on these teams. And not a lot of stolen bases. Got him. That's 2 for Page. A 1-2 change below the belt. So 2 out for Cheney White. Cheney at 300, 2 homers, 3 triples, 31 RBI. Pitch. There's a line drive down the line and right. White will, I imagine, go for extra bases. Yep, he's going for 2. He's got the double. And now you show that. I didn't want the pictures to show because there aren't really any. Here's Mickey Casey. Here. Let's take care of that. Mickey Casey, 250, 2 triples, and 24 RBI. Jamie says, my brush with the greatness for Negro Leagues meant double duty Radcliffe. What a storyteller. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. So happy, by the way, that Buck O'Neil will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this summer. Should have happened while he was alive, but I believe he was the first African-American coach. He coached with the Cubs in the early 60s. It was a scout for a long time. Pitch to Casey. Struck him out. So Page takes care of the side. A fastball. He wanted a change, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit. The Stars leave a runner on. Half an inning in the books. Philadelphia nothing. Here comes the Crawfords. And it's Slim Jones. He had an ERA of 124. He went 20-4 and saved 2 games. In his 22 starts, he finished 20 of them. 203 innings, 141 hits, 44 runs, 28 earned. He gave up 6 homers, walked 47, and struck out 164. A fastball pitcher, an extreme ground ball pitcher, and that fastball tops out at 85. And here is the lineup he'll face. And my goodness, it's a venerable murderer's row here for the Pittsburgh Crawfords. Cool Papa Bell leads off in center. Williams will bat second and play second. Oscar Charlton will play first and bat third. Josh Gibson will catch and clean up. Harris in left will bat fifth. Crutchfield in right goes sixth. Judy Johnson at third will bat seventh. Morney, the shortstop, bats eighth, and Satchel Paige, who threw 23 pitches to strike out the side, will bat ninth. This is a 34 season. It came with the game if you buy the deluxe edition. So no, it's not All-Stars. I believe that's a new one, a new season. He's got 7 or 8 seasons, and I've been bad not about any of them. I really should. White is a 10 and a 5 in left. Washington an 8 and an 8 in center. Ellis a 5 and a 3 in right. Creasy is a 8 at third. Stevens a 9 at short. Dunn a 4 at second. Wilson a 5 at first. Casey an 8 and a 7 behind the plate. And Jones is a perfect 10 on the mound with a .968 fielding percentage. And yes, that is a great fielding percentage for a pitcher. Cool Papa Bell. Yeah, it came with the game. Cool Papa Bell, 332, a homer, and 28 RBI. Slim Jones winds and deals, and Bell draws a walk. Brings up Chester Williams, 322, 3 homers, and 36 RBI. The Crawfords, I believe, during the war, played some games, or Josh Gibson played some games. They were the Homestead Grays, or he went to the Homestead Grays, and they played some of their games in Washington, D.C. And if I remember that to be true, they obviously were better than the American League team that played in Washington, D.C. Bell on first, throw to first. He's back. Williams swings, and there's a ground ball to short. Stevens done for 1, Wilson for 2. Bang, bang on that one, huh? They'll bring up Oscar Charleston, 327, and 196 at-bats. He had 7 homers and 41 RBI. An OPS of 918. Went in the Hall of Fame in 1976. And OPS plus of 160. That's pretty good. Jones deals. Charleston hits a ground ball to second. Dunn over to first, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the second here. No score. So Jake Stevens will lead off the inning. Page struck out the side in the first. Jake, 263, no homers, and 2 triples, and 22 RBI. Stevens strikes out, so Page is retired all 4 by way of the K. A full count fastball swung on and missed. Brings up Pete Washington, 227, 6 homers, and 34 RBI. He walked him. He lost him on the walk. So low and inside on that fastball. I think this one, Al, is smoother in a ballpark that was touched on. I did my thing last night from Oakland as a default, and I wasn't impressed. It's a little bit faster, but this looks smoother than last night. Here's Dewey Creasy, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. 212, a homer, and 15 RBI. Runner on first, 1 out, top the second. The Philadelphia Stars against the Pittsburgh Crawfords from 1934. There's a ground ball up the middle. Morning. And they'll get the force. They won't get Creasy, but they get the force at second. So 6-4 on the play. And that brings up Rocky Ellis at 148. No homers and 2 RBI. Good morning, DJ John. By the way, Mr. Braves fan for life, if you do buy the deluxe edition, it comes with 2021, this season, 1971, and 1930. Yeah, the double plays are quicker. I turned down the crowd noise. That was going to get annoying in a hurry. Rocky Ellis, I gave you his numbers. Runner on first. Rocky swings, ground ball to third. Judy Johnson goes to second for the 4 easy play, and that will retire the side. That looked new to me, too. Usually they would go to first. Anyway, Philly leaves a runner on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's no score. So here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Josh Gibson. In 238 at-bats, he hit .315, 14 homers, 58 RBI, and an OPS of 995. And if you see here on the card, that's an OPS plus of 182. And Josh became a Hall of Famer in 1972. So Slim Jones, an awesome pitcher in his own right. Here's the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Gibson swings, and there's a base hit into left center. So Josh is on with the first hit for the Crawfords. Here's Vic Harris, 339, 2 homers, 3 triples, and 27 RBI. Pitch to Harris. Popped up, left side, free AC. Going back as a long run, and he will make the catch for the first out. Jimmy Crutchfield at 281, 2 triples, and 18 RBI. 77 degrees on this beautiful June day at Fenway Park. The wind blowing in from dead center at 14. You can almost smell the cigar smoke at Braves Field from here. Got him. First strikeout. 1-2 fastball swung on a miss. 2 out. Here's Judy Johnson. Judy, a Hall of Famer in 1975. 270, 3 triples, a homer, and 40 RBI. The stats all taken care of by Seamheads.com, and Mike Lynch runs that. And they were complete enough that they're now considered major league stats. I just wish that we had more records of what the barnstorming stats were. I just think that would just be incredible to know what they did. This team must have been a sight to see, the Pittsburgh Crawfords. Pitch to Johnson. Judy swings a ground ball up the middle. Stevens to Dunn, and that will retire the side. The Crawfords leave a runner on. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the third. No score. So Slim Jones hit 197, a homer, and 6 RBI. And then the top of the Philly lineup here in the third. Page winds and deals, and there's a ground ball to Charleston. Oscar underhands it to first, and there's 1 out. So Page's opening 9, 47 pitches, not so neat and tidy. 2 1/3 innings, a hit, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, including Judd Wilson, who struck out to start the game. Pitch from Page. There's a ground ball to first. Charleston takes it himself, 2 out. And that brings up Jake Dunn, who struck out to start the ball game. Got him again. Page gets him to swing through a 1-2 fastball. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third inning here at Fenway. No score. So Leroy Morney, Satchel Paige, and Cool Papa Bell to face Jones here in the bottom of the third. Morney, a 237 hitter with a homer and 28 RBI. I wish I knew more about the Negro Leagues. So if you guys do and want to chat about it, please do. Yeah, we'll do some stuff more. I'm glad that he finally included it in there. And this, like I said, this is not an all-star edition, although Pittsburgh is beyond loaded. Pitch to Morney. There's a line drive, base hit, past a diving Dunn. Washington throws it in, and that's a leadoff single for Satchel Paige. 208, 3 RBI. Infield playing in. or on the corners. Remind me to shut that off. Page squares. Bunt is down. Jones off the mound. He will go to second for one. Does he get Page? No. So it's a fielder's choice. That's new. So they go get the out at second. 1-6. And that's all on Jones to do it. It's the first time, John, that he included a Negro League season in a package. There's a number of them from the 30s that are out there. I'm not sure he has them all. I think he redid 1930 for the Negro Leagues. So I believe there are 7 or 8 Negro League seasons for Action PC. Cool Papa Bill, by the way, walked his first time up. Slim Jones, opening 9 on 33 pitches. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. My great-grandfather, midlife crisis, says used to play semi-pro ball in Atlantic City and later Philly and quite often play against barnstorming teams from the Negro Leagues. Atlantic City had a Negro League team, by the way, in 34, but I've never found any record of it. I wonder if I reached out to team heads, they could help out. Mike Lynch is the one that runs it. You can find him on Facebook. Friendly guy. He might be able to help. That's all the stats here. The only downside is for these is there's no ballpark assigned. They're all assigned to neutral parks, which I suppose makes sense. So you could literally play these guys anywhere. Pittsburgh, I'm sure, played some games at Forbes Field and Philly at Shibe Park. Pitch to Bill. There's a little looper in the left center field. That's going to drop. And Pittsburgh has 2 on and 1 out for Chester Williams, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Apparently one time midlife continues on a semi-pro all-star team. The pitcher threw a one-hitter against the back rack Giants and beat them with a 1-0 with a solo homer. That's always fun when you pitch and you hit and you do everything right. Pitch to Williams. Ball 4. So they're loaded for Oscar Charleston. Be like loading the bases up to face Lou Gehrig with Babe Ruth on deck. Jamie is wondering who the Boston area Negro League teams were. The Royal Giants and Blues came up on a Google search. Grace for Life just bought the star cards for Strat. That would be a fun set to get as well. So they're loaded for Charleston. Oscar swings a ground ball to Jones. He goes to the plate for 1. Over to first, and it is what a play by Jones, and they get just the runner at home. So Jones goes for the force. Charleston is on first. Bell on third. Williams on second. And Josh Gibson at the plate. Buckshot Kid, how are you? So 2 out. And a scoreless game here in the bottom of the third. Pitch to Gibson. He swings and hits a ground ball to Stevens. Underhands it to Dunn, and the Crawfords leave him loaded. Oh, wow. And that's how you get an ERA of 1.24. You've just gone through the deep fryer. You retired Oscar Charleston and Josh Gibson with the bases loaded, and nobody scores a run. We go to the 4th, no score. I'm doing wonderful, thanks. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Cheney White singled. That's the only hit for the Stars. Off of Satchel Paige, who has struck out 5. White hits a ground ball to short. Morney deep in the hole, and that is an error. Pulled him off the bag. And that is an E6. Morney had to go deep in the hole, and the throw just pulled Charleston off. Here's Mickey Casey. He struck out his first time up. Casey bunts. Gibson picks it up, throws to Williams covering, and the sacrifice works. So some small ball for the Stars. Now bring up Stevens. Jake struck out his first time up. White on second. Man, that chanting is going to get old. 85 starts Tuesday at noon, by the way. The Cleveland Indians and the Detroit Tigers, as rings and pennants fly from Tiger Stadium. Jack Morris, of course, will get the start for the Tigers. Then Wednesday at noon Eastern, the St. Louis Cardinals and New York Mets opening day action there. Joaquin Andujar and some guy by the name of Dwight Gooden. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network. Pitch to Stevens. There's a ground ball to Page. A pass, Page. Williams throws, and that's another error. Again, this time it's Williams who pulled Charleston off the bag, and Stevens is safe. Charleston tried to get the tag in there and couldn't do it. 85 is going to be very fun. So runners on the corners, 1 out. 2 errors in the inning. Here's Pete Washington, who walked. Page from the stretch. Washington strikes out. He swings and misses as Page took something off on that changeup. That's 6 for Satchel. 2 out for Dewey. I want to say Creasy, but I'm sure I'm butchering, or Gubaza on that one. 0 for 1 is Dewey. 2 out. Page trying to get out of a jam. Into right field. Crutchfield going back in the corner, and that will be 3 away. So both teams try to get some offense going. Another bagel goes up on the board. No runs, no hits, 2 errors. Bottom 4, no score. It'll be Harris, Crutchfield, and Johnson for the Crawfords. John has yet to face Good in your 84 replay. That was the year he made everyone take notice. That was the Labor Day weekend game on NBC, the Friday night, where he technically no-hit the Cubs, but an error was changed into a hit during the game, and so Gooden didn't get it. I was grounded that weekend for doing something, and so I did not see that game. It's on the tube. Pitch to Harris. Vic hits a ground ball to second. Done. 1 out. Jimmy Crutchfield struck out. The lone strikeout for Slim Jones in this one. Crutchfield hits a ground ball to Dunn over to first. 2 out. Here's Judy Johnson. He's 0 for 1. Steve Tate, thanks for the follow. Mike Torres got injured, so who knows when he would have. Is that what it was? Is that why Gooden got called up? I forgot Torres was with the Mets. M. Mitchum 51 also followed since last night, so 2 new follows here. Pitch to Johnson. Judy swings, and there's a ground ball to short. Stevens with a diving stop by the bag over to first. They got him. And that's the inning. After 4, no runs, no hits, no errors. The Crawfords go in order, no score. Rocky Ellis is 0 for 1. Ellis, Jones, and Wilson for the Stars. Oh, thank you, Steve. Signed up for the follow. I do appreciate that. Steve is a first-time chatter. Bartlow, 657, a first-time chatter as well. How you doing? Glad to have you along. Pitch to Rocky Ellis is ball 4. I believe that's Page's first walk. No, it's a second. Slim Jones, not much of a bunter. We'll play for it anyway. Is a good hit and run artist, and that bunt goes foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Thank you, my friend. 0-2 the count. They stay on the corners. Jones strikes out. That's 7 for Page. He swung on and missed the curve. 1 out. So 18 batters deep for Satchel, 83 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, just the one hit. He has walked 2 and struck out 7. Wilson is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. In the center field, back goes Bell, way back in the triangle, makes the catch. So 2 out for Jake Dunn, who has struck out twice. Ground ball to short. Morney underhands it to Williams, and that will retire the side. Halfway home, there is no score. You get a commercial anyway. Yeah, John, these very much dead ball type stats. Slim Jones, a 3-hitter through 4. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. Satchel Paige, a 1-hitter through 5, and he has struck out 7. Midlife Crisis says if only Torres had gotten hurt sooner, Dickie Thon's career wouldn't have been permanently sidetracked. He got hit in the head, right? Leroy Morney singled his first time up as we start the bottom of the 5th. To second, Dunn on the grass, 1 out. Here's Page, who's 0 for 1. Yes, very much a dead ball style play, although not a lot of stolen bases. Pitch to Page. Got him. A 2-2 fastball, swung on and missed. So 2 out. Jones is opening 18 on 69 pitches. 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Cool. Papa Bell, a single and a walk. Swear in the face. Yeah, no, I remember that. Steve says a long-time action player. Downloaded the 22 game, but haven't yet to install it. Great to see it in action in the Negro League file as well. Thank you. Usually in February for Black History Month, they will put the package of seasons on sale, and I'll have to grab them this time around. 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And Bell strikes out. It's a late called curve for strike 3. We go to the 6th. It's still 0-0. So White, Casey, and Stevens to face Page here in the 6th. Cheney is 1 for 2. He's got a double. And he strikes out. That's 8 for Satchel. He swings and a miss on a full count fastball. Nicky Casey behind is the catcher. He'll struck out in sacrifice. Sunday, we're going to redo all those tournaments that I was running, and we'll have the heavyweight championship of the world from the Big E in Springfield, and another championship fight Sunday around noon on Boxing Day. Oh, you think it would have been fun to see the Crawfords take on the Cardinals, the Gas House Gang? Oh my goodness, I think in a best of 7, Pittsburgh would have won. Page's whip is impressive. You think a .872? Yeah, that's pretty good. Pitch to Casey. There's a ground ball that Satchel can't handle, and that's an error. 3rd error for the Crawfords. John says 78 Strat Card Dice, Texas, Boston. First 2 batters, Bump Willis and Hargrove, hit dribblers that Fiskman's played. Wow, 2 catchers errors in the first. Are you doing super advanced for that? Fisk went out and ate a bag of glass shards and probably punched out a few parking meters. Jude, you were revisiting replays. I was hoping the Vermont College I could do some of that, but people really didn't watch a lot of those, Todd. Still there if you want me to do it. Pitch to Stevens. Jake swings, and there's a ground ball. Williams well on the grass. Goes to Morney at the bag, and they get the 4s, 2 out. Here's Washington. Pete has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Page delivers, and there's a pop-up right side. Charleston on the grass in foul territory, and that brings down the curtain here in the top of the 6th. No runs, no hit. The 3rd error for the Crawfords. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 0-0. So Williams, Charleston, and Gibson to face Slim Jones. His whip isn't too shabby either, Steve. 926. This time Chester hits a ground ball to 3rd. Oh, from his knees. Creasy throws him out at first. 1 out for Charleston, who's 0 for 2. Tiant got out of that jam, John says, and the Red Sox won 5-1. Tiant 78 is miles ahead of Tiant 77. Oh, DoorDash. Yep, my wife and I do that a lot. What'd you get, John? Pitch to Charleston is a fly ball left field. White will come in, rides the Schwinn, and that will be 2 out. Brings up Josh Gibson. Josh has a single. He's 1 for 2. Slim Jones winds and deals. Gibson hits a ground ball to 3rd across the way, and that will retire the side. Through 6, no score. Ooh, IHOP pumpkin pancakes. That sounds good. If you like pumpkin. So here's Dewey. Ellis and Jones to follow. Dewey is 0 for 2. Al says that happens with projects that you stream. I've stopped streaming. Project gone to something else, or you finished offline. Yeah, Dave. Pancakes are good right now. Speaking of Red Sox, yeah, I'm doing that one in Strat, Todd, and oh my goodness gracious. It'd be like, oh, we're in first place. I'm through 65 games. But oh my gosh, I mean, it's pinball. That team's going to hit 240 homers. But pitching in Strat for that is, Maylocks for me, Maylocks for you. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to center field. That will drop for a single, and that will be the 2nd hit only for the Stars. Yeah, no, there's no lead that's safe in that. And if you do that season in Strat, Fenway is so offensively minded that you pretty much, any single check is a base hit. I'm currently playing in Baltimore, and it's 1s and 2s. No wonder why Weaver was so good. He's playing 1980, I believe, in Action PC. Here's Rocky Ellis. Walked and struck out. Rocky swings a ground ball up the middle. Morney takes to the bag himself, throws to first, and they got him. So 2 out for Slim Jones, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Scoreless game. Campbell is a good reliever, as Al says. They can match, but you really got to mix and match your pitching. Let me tell you about Bob Stanley. Or let me not. It's Christmas and you should be nice to people. Jones swings, and there's a ground ball to Morney. Over to first. Stretch time, no score. Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Oh no, Anthony's been a pusher a long time, showing off Field Day Baseball courtesy of ASG Games, and of course Glory Days Boxing, which Al features a lot on his channel. Just a fantastic game. Harris, Crutchfield, and Johnson here in the bottom of the 7th of a scoreless game. Harris is 0 for 2. Pitch from Jones. Got him. That's 4 for Slim. A 1-2 curve looking. Brings up Jimmy Crutchfield, who's 0 for 2. We're going to try to put somebody on. He squares, gets the bunt down. Casey throws to Dunn, covering 2 out. Didn't work. So here's Johnson. He's 0 for 2. Judy swings a little nubber past the mound. Stevens comes in, throws to first. 3 out. Ron needs a game-used Bob Stanley jersey for Christmas. Why do you hate me so much, Todd? Go to the 8th. It's the Stars, nothing. The Crawfords, nothing. So 27 batters deep for Page. 122 pitches. 7 innings. 2 hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 8. Judd Wilson is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Page starts the inning by getting his 9th, a full count fastball on the inside corner. And that brings up Dunn, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. To short. Morney across the way to... No, that's going to be an error. Charleston goes to get it. That throw was high and goes in the dugout, and Dunn moves to second. So if there is, at least in this game, an Achilles heel for the Crawfords against the Gas House Gang, 4 errors. Here's Cheney White. Cheney 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout. Page winds and deals, and there's a ground ball to third. Johnson across the way for the out. 2 out for Mickey Casey, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Casey. There's a base hit into right center field. Dunn rounds third and scores, and we finally have a run. 1-0 Philadelphia. On the RBI single by Mickey Casey. Here's Jake Stevens. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. I don't threaten you, Todd, with George Hendrick memorabilia. That'd be wrong. Be funny, but it'd be wrong. So Casey on first. 2 out. Top of the 8th. 1-0 Stars. Page deals. Stevens draws the walk. And so Page looks to be pretty much gassed. He would bat second in the bottom of the inning. All right, Al. Merry Christmas, buddy. So we're going to go with Roosevelt Davis. The bullpen is 2 people. Davis and Irving Vincent. Davis, 5 games, 2 starts, a complete game, 23 innings. He went 1-0 with a save and ERA of 3.91. 12 runs, 10 earned, 2 homers. He walked 10 and struck out 12. Fastball pitcher 85, and remember, in this era, regardless of ethnicity and color, pretty much you started games, and the bullpen were the ones that just weren't able to start. 2 outs for Washington, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Pitch to Pete. There's a little chopper down there. Charleston throws to first, and that will retire the side. But a run and a hit and an error. They leave a couple on. Bottom 8, Philly 1, Pittsburgh nothing. Before phones to the bullpen, no, they use signals, because remember, in most parks, the bullpens were along the foul lines. So you could just signal. get dumpster fire up. It'll be Morney. I think we're going to have to bat Davis and Bell. Slim Jones about to throw his 100th pitch. As we start the bottom of the 8th, Morney hits a little looper in the right center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Morney will try for second. And he is in there with a double. Oscar Charlton's listed as the manager, by the way. So Morney a leadoff double. And Davis is going to square. Infield on the corners. Davis bunts it foul. And the count is 0-2. So he'll swing at this. Went 1 for 10. And Jones got him. That's 5. He swings and misses on the fastball. So Slim through 27 batters. 7 1/3. 4 hits. 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Here's Cool Papa Bell. He has singled, walked, and struck out. He's 1 for 2. Bell hits a base hit in the left center field. Morney will round third. White's arm is about average. Bell will hold a throw to the plate. Not in time. And Bell goes into second. 1-1. Well, remember, Todd, they only played 70 games that were recorded. The barnstorming numbers aren't here on the set. So he had 14 stolen bases, but he only played in 68 games. Here's Williams. 1 out. Bell on second. Jones could go a bit. Yeah, it was kind of a cross. I mean, it really is dead ball type stats, as someone said earlier. But almost 40s and 50s like as far as station to station, although Williams could hit and run here. That's what we'll do. Bell goes. Pitch. There's a ground ball to Jones. To the right of the mound, he goes to first, and Bell goes to third. 2 out. Brings up the manager, Oscar Charleston, is 0 for 3. Such a different era. 80 degrees here at Fenway. Wind's blowing in at 16. Casey goes out to settle Jones down. Slim winds and deals, and Charleston nubs it to third. Creasy across the way, and that will retire the side. No run, a 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Go to the 9th, 1-1. So Creasy, Ellis, and Jones. Let's see what the computer does with Jones. Dewey 1 for 3 with a single. Davis could go for a while. To third. Judy Johnson down the line, rolls foul. 1-2 the count. Got him. A 1-2 fastball in at the knees for strike 3. 1 out here in the 9th. Rocky Ellis is 0 for 2. He is walked and grounded into a double play. Get the Padres opening day game in next week, too. I think that's against the Dodgers. So that's the treble for you to start the 85 season. Indians, Tigers, Cardinals, Mets, and the Padres opener. Ellis up the middle. Morney over to first for the out, 2 away. So let's see what they do with Jones, who's 0 for 3. Pitch count, he can go in the 9th. It'll be Gibson, Harris, and Crutchfield. And that's going to be it for Slim Jones as lefty Holmes comes in. Lefty at 311, 5 RBI, and 2 doubles. Davis winds and deals. Holmes, a ground ball to Charleston, and that will retire the side. All right, cardiac time. Phil Cockrell is coming in to pitch for the Stars. Phil, 1-2. He made 4 starts through 6 games. He's in the 9 hole. 41 and a third innings, 1-2 the record, a 4.35 ERA. 49 hits, 25 runs, 20 earned. He walked 17 and struck out 7. And who's his first hitter? Josh Gibson. Josh 1 for 3 with a single. Bottom of the 9th in a 1-1 game. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Stars. Philly is left on 8. Pittsburgh, 1 run, 5 hits, 4 errors. And the Crawfords have left on 5. Cockrell's night starts with a line drive to third. 1 out. This is the last game before Christmas. And we'll do some championship boxing on the 26th for Boxing Day. So it's the last time I'll be on before Christmas. Here's Vic Harris. Vic is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And the 85 replay starts Tuesday at noon, 9 Pacific, from Tiger Stadium in Detroit. Pitch to Harris. Here's a ground ball to third. Going to get some free baseball, I think, here. 2 out for Jimmy Crutchfield. If Lorenzo were with us, he'd be popping up the bits right now. Oh, thank you. 5 bits. That's what that... I saw that last night and wondered what that was. And so the bits are all Frosties. Thank you, sir. The last game before Christmas, and all through the house, every creature was stirring, including the mice. Pitch to Crutchfield. There's a ground ball to third, and you are going to get some free baseball. We go to the 10th, 1-1. No, it gets a... No, he got it. He knocked it down. It was in the dirt and kept his foot on the bag. So it'll be Judd Wilson, done in white, here in the 10th. Judd is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice. Ground ball, base hit. Okay, that's kind of a screwy in the chalkboard. So the 4th hit, you can pick what the bits look like. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Here's Jake Dunn. Jake is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice and scored once. Davis steals. Dunn. There's a bunt. Gibson picks it up. Throws to Williams. Dunn is out. Sacrifice good. So the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Cheney White. Artfield was charging in. Yep, they were, weren't they? Cool. Papa Bell needed a drink. Pitch to White. Walked him. So a first base open walk for Casey, who has a lone RBI for Philadelphia. He has 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out. So runners on first and second, 1 out. It'll be Johnson Morney in the pitcher spot due up for the Crawfords in the bottom of the 10th. Lost him. He walked him. So their bases are juiced and 1 out. So you're playing back for Jake Stevens, who's 0 for 3. He has walked and struck out. Stevens hits a ground ball to Morney. This should be 2. Williams for 1. Charleston for 2. And they get out of it. They leave 2 on. Bottom 10, 1-1. Satch might have been calling in the outfield anyway. So Judy Johnson, Morney, and we'll see as Cockrell starts his second full inning. Judy is 0 for 3. The pitch. There's a long ground ball to Cockrell. 1 out. Todd B. Well, you get, hey, if we get every team on, you get it on opening day. 60 and 102 were the 85 Indians. Visions of Chris Bando and his 139 batting average over 200 at-bats. Dancing in his head. On the fielding thing, the DP percentage, no, that's been there for a while. I don't think that's new. Morney is 2 for 3. Leroy has singled and doubled. To short. Stevens deep in the hole. Throws to first. 2 out. Now I gotta make a decision here. Who can hit a righty? And the answer... Bill Perkins, 9 for 24, 3 doubles. He had 375 with 4 RBI. So the Crawfords will bring in another pitcher in the 11th. Perkins. There's a base hit. Everybody charging in. Okay, that's an error in the chalkboard. So that's a single. So the winning run is on for Cool Papa Bell, who was 2 for 3. He has singled twice, driven in a run, walked, and struck out. Cockrell from the stretch. Bell, line drive, right center field, to the wall. Perkins will hold with 2 out. And the Crawfords have something cooking here with Chester Williams at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Winning run on second. Bell pulls out the Adirondack chair and sits down. Cockrell deals. There's a ground ball to short. Stevens goes to second, and the band plays on. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 11th, 1-1. And what would be the holiday season without someone trying to get me to buy followers? So William Bell will come in. Bell 10-4 and a 3.30 ERA. 20 games, 14 starts, 11 complete games. 128 in the third innings, 134 hits. 59 runs, 47 earned. He gave up 4 homers, walked 29, and struck out 63. Yeah, I'm glad we got the company coming too. And John, I hope you're feeling a lot better and that you won't be stuck at home any longer than you need to. Pete Washington will lead off the 11th for Philadelphia. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Bell starts his outing, a ground ball to something. They get him. Right back to Bell. How about that? Ring the bell. Alexa, ring a bell.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Happy to help.
Here's Creasy. He's 1 for 4. He has singled and struck out. John, my wife is... Yeah. Normally, if it was during the week, she'd work Christmas night. We don't have any kids, so she can do that. But yeah, everybody will be home and not working. Absolutely. So Mom will... You know, the days are pretty short this time of year up here, as they are in the Northeast, so Mom is only coming during the day. So we'll both get a nice night. Pitch to Dewey is a ground ball to short. Morney dives over to first, 2 out. Here's Rocky Ellis. Rocky is 0 for 3 with a walk. Again, in the bottom of the 11th, it's Charleston, Gibson, and Harris. Pitch to Rocky. There's a base hit in the left field. Harris picks it up. That's the 5th hit for Philly. Cockrell can hit. 375, a triple, and 2 RBI. And 16 at-bats. But Webster McDonald will pinch hit. Webster hit 216, no homers, 2 doubles, and 2 RBI. Rocky Ellis on first, 2 out, top 11. Ground ball up the middle. Williams flips it, and that will retire the side. We'll tell you about Paul Carter. He's the new pitcher for Philly. 3-2. He pitched 7 times. I doubt that's Paul Carter, but maybe not. 7 games, 6 starts, 3 complete efforts, 31 innings, 51 hits, 32 runs, 28 earned, 3-2 record with an 8.13 ERA. 2 homers, he walked 9, struck out 21, fastball pitcher 85, and a ground ball plus pitcher. Good luck, he's facing Charleston, Josh Gibson, and Harris. Oscar is 0 for 4. Charleston hits a ground ball to short. Stevens over to first, 1 out. Brings up Gibson. Josh is 1 for 4. Carter deals. There's a chopper to third. Creasy over to first, 2 out. This is the 12 hours of Christmas baseball on RSN. Well, we did that full game yesterday, an hour and a half last night. We're over an hour now. Vic Harris is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Carter up the middle, pass done. That's a single. So the winning run is on. 8th hit for the Crawfords. Here's Jimmy Crutchfield. He's 0 for 4. Pitch. Crutchfield swings. There's a base hit into right center field. Harris will go to third. He will not try and score. That was a late effort from Ellis, and it got past him. So the winning run is 90 feet away for the Hall of Famer Judy Johnson, who is 0 for 4. Crawford's trying to steal this one in the bottom of the 11th. Carter delivers. Got him, and the game goes on. No runs. 2 hits and no errors. I could put a commercial on for you, Buckshot Kid. After 11, 1-1. So top of the lineup for the Stars, Wilson, Dunn, and White to face Bell, who can pitch, as we start the 12th. Wilson 1 for 5. There's a base hit in the left center field. Brings up Jake Dunn. Jake works at State Farm in the offseason. Jake is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice and scored a run. Only the 6th hit for the Stars. Swings and bunts that one foul. And the count is 0-2. Pitch from Bell. There's a chopper to short. Should be 2. Morning. Don't. Only 1. So Wilson goes to second. Dunn is retired. And there's 1 out for Cheney White, who has walked, struck out, and doubled. He's 1 for 4. Runner on second. White. Ground ball to first. Charleston takes it to the bag. 2 out. So Wilson moves to third for Mickey Casey, who drove in the long run for Philly a while ago. Mickey 1 for 3. A walk and a strikeout. Mickey, ground ball to short. Morney across the way, and that retires the side. So, no runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom of the 12th inning coming up. 1-1. So, Morney, Bell can stay in the game. And then Cool Papa Bell, who is 3 for 4. That's who's due up. Carter winds and deals. Base hit. Morney now has 3 hits on the ball game. Bell, not a good bunter. Got a square this time around. Carter with Creasy and Wilson coming in. Carter deals. Bell squares. That ball will roll foul, I believe. They turn 2? Nope. It stayed fair, and they get the runner at second. So the sacrifice fails again. 1 out. For Cool Papa Bell, who was 3 for 4. He has singled 3 times, drove in the lone Crawford run to tie the ball game, has walked and struck out. Carter deals, Bell swings to short, Stevens in the hole, done for 1, Bell will reach. So 2 out for Chester Williams, who's 0 for 4. He has walked and grounded into a double play. We will hit and run. Williams swing, ground ball, right side, base hit. Everybody coming in. Bell goes to third. Wilson, the first baseman, should have had it. And now with runners on the corners, Bell on third. Williams will take his seat in the Adirondack chair. Here's Oscar Charleston, who is 0 for 5. He's also the manager. So everybody up. Winning run on third. 2 out. Bottom of the 12th. 1-1 tie. Carter deals. Charleston strikes out. He swung on and missed a curveball, and that will retire the side. So overall, we've had 23 stranded runners, and only 2 have scored. After 12, it's 1-1. Yeah, I'm not saying it. It's a good version. I don't want to give the impression that I don't like it, because I do. But I'm not seeing anything here that says once in a decade. Then again, I'm not doing reports and encyclopedias and all that, and the draft stuff doesn't really interest me. Here's Jake Stevens, Washington and Creasy to follow. Jake is 0 for 4. He has walked, struck out, and grounded into a double play as we start the 13th. To short. 1 out. Here's Washington. Pete's 0 for 4. He has walked and struck out. Into right center. Bell running a long way. And that is a web jam. He leaps against the bullpen wall and takes a home run away. 2 out. And he really is cooler than the other side of the pillow. He ran 30 yards on that. And here's Creasy. He is 1 for 5. He is singled and struck out. Pitch to Dewey. To second. Williams over to Charleston, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, an amazing catch in right center. No errors. Bottom of the 13th, 1-1. And that will bring up Josh Gibson. Josh is 1 for 5. He has singled. Ground ball to short. Stevenson deep in the hole. 1 out. Yes, Jamie, he was so fast he could turn off the lights and be in bed before the room was dark. I could do that too, but I got to switch. There's Vic Harris. He's 1 for 5. He has singled and struck out. Carter, for his 8.13 ERA, has pitched 2 1/3 scoreless. Pitch to Harris. There's a base hit into center field. He's got 2. He wasn't stopping at first, and the winning run is on with 1 out and Crutchfield up. Jimmy is 1 for 5. Say it with me. He has singled and struck out. 12 hits for the Crawfords, 6 for the Stars. Pitch from Carter. Crutchfield draws the walk. So Crutchfield finds the Adirondack. 1 out for Judy Johnson, who is 0 for 5. He has struck out. Bottom of the 13th inning. Yes, he'd also be listening to Elton John and thinking of Marilyn Monroe. If it was a candle by his bed with the window open, couldn't he be in bed, and blow the candle out? He could also sing Good Night, Norma Jean, too, from a young man in the 27th row. Casey and Carter change around some signs. Here's the pitch. Johnson swings a ground ball to Stevens. Done for one, no at first. So Crutchfield goes to second. 2 out for Morney. Leroy is 3 for 5. He has singled twice and doubled. Vic Harris, the winning run, is on third. With 2 out, Johnson. Hello, everybody. D. Scott Howard. Judy Johnson sits on first. He sits in the chair. Paul Carter trying to get out of this. Pitch to Morney. There's a fly ball, and that's going to win the ball game. It will get down. Harris will score the winning run, and the Crawfords win this special 2-1. Two runs, 13 hits, 4 errors for the Crawfords. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors for the Stars. Slim Jones, 8 innings of 5-hit ball. He gave up his run in the 8th. Barely made it. Happy holidays to you, my friend. He walked 2 and struck out 5. Cockrell and Carter, 4 2/3 innings, 8 hits and a run. Satchel Paige, 7 2/3, 3 hits, an unearned run. He walked 3 and struck out 9. Davis and Bell combined for 5 1/3 shutout innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And so to all of you out there, I hope you have a blessed Merry Christmas. We'll see you for Boxing Day. For some boxing, hope all the holidays you wish for, you get what you want, because that didn't come out right. So from all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas, season's greetings, happy holidays, and we'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye.